In today's video, we're going to be talking about the best neighborhoods in Kernersville, North Carolina for every lifestyle. My name is Ramon Lomeli. I'm a local realtor and the team leader of the Smart Move Group brokered by eXp Realty here in Winston-Salem, but we've got connections all over the state. And the reason I wanted to make this video for you guys today is because Kernersville is a very, very popular suburb of Winston-Salem. Now, Kernersville happens to be located between Winston-Salem, High Point, and Greensboro, so it's kind of not really, it's closer to Winston, but it's really close to the middle of the triad. People love living in Kernersville, and they have some amazing, really nice, beautiful neighborhoods out there in a lot of different price ranges. I find that a lot of the people that are moving to the Winston-Salem area, as soon as you start exploring what's around Winston-Salem, Kernersville is one of those that just comes to mind, so I want to bring it to your attention. Let's waste no time, let's jump right into it. The first neighborhood that we're going to be talking about is going to be a neighborhood, especially for all my first-time home buyers out there. This is going to be Canterbury. Now, there aren't many neighborhoods inside of Kernersville that are in this price range, so Canterbury just happens to stand out because it also offers some other great features. For example, they're mostly one level, so that's popular if you don't want to deal with stairs. A lot of them are built in the 70s, and a lot of them have been renovated. 70s construction, a lot of people are big fans of that 70s, big solid wood, heavy brick kind of construction that they did in the 70s. This is going to be a neighborhood of mostly brick ranchers and split levels. Now, it is a very large neighborhood, over 100 homes. However, there is no HOA, another reason why if you're a first-time home buyer, you might want to consider this neighborhood. Now, it's only 14 minutes from downtown Kernersville and only 22 minutes from downtown Winston-Salem. So even though you are in a very affordable part of Kernersville, you're still close enough to, if you want to go out on the weekend, have some fun, something to do, entertainment, a couple drinks, a bar, see a show, you're not too far from that. Now, I was actually shocked that in 2024, there's actually neighborhoods with homes with average price points as low as this. I'll get right to it. The average home price inside of Canterbury for the last 12 months at least has been around $265,000. $265,000. That's kind of crazy that in 2024 we have homes in Kernersville, a very highly sought after area, for as cheap as $265,000. So Canterbury, as far as price range is concerned, is definitely going to be towards the lower end of this video. Now let's go on to a more traditional neighborhood that maybe has a little bit more of the bells and whistles. We're going to talk about Abington. Now Abington is kind of the quintessential rural Kernersville neighborhood. Large homes, brick homes, two-story. Everyone really takes care of their landscaping, and really, there's a real sense of pride, ownership of homeowner pride in this neighborhood, because everyone, you know, their trees aren't falling over the place. They don't have 14 cars in the driveway. So it's a really pleasant neighborhood to drive through. It's an established neighborhood with mature landscaping. Homes were built as far back as the 1980s, like 1985, but they've continued to build homes, and the newest ones in there, last time I checked, we're talking about like 2015 to 2018. Typically, you're getting a 3 or a 4 bedroom home, and a lot of these are around 2,300 square foot, maybe 1,800, maybe even 2,500 with a finished basement. Some go as high as 3,000. However, the average around 2,300 square feet. So good sized homes. But like I said, the thing that makes Abington so special is the rolling hills, the wooded lots. It really, like, some of those homes really feel like they're all by themselves, even though they're smack dab in the middle of a neighborhood, just because they're so wooded. Especially if you get one like in a cul-de-sac, they actually do have quite large lots for neighborhood living. So you do get a good mix of neighborhood, but it still feels a little bit rural, especially the area outside of Abington. It's very rural out there. Activities like the pool is the main one out there. But the average price point that homes in Abington have sold, at least as far as the last 12 months, is around $369,000. Now, that may seem like a big jump from the last neighborhood. However, we're also talking about larger lots. We're talking about a lot more square footage, and we're talking about, you know, nicer homes as well. You're only 7 minutes from downtown Kernersville, which has a couple things to do too. It's an up and coming kind of downtown. It's really cute and quaint downtown. However, you're still about 20 minutes away from the downtown of Winston-Salem. You're not too far from High Point. You're not too far from Greensboro. So a great place to stay. Now we're going to talk about luxury neighborhoods, and one of them that comes to mind, at least when it comes to Kernersville, and, you know, nothing too excessive, is going to be Arbor Run. Now, before I tell you the price of homes in Arbor Run, just know that they do go up way higher than this, but this is one of those neighborhoods where I feel that even in the price range that it's in, it's still a very good value for what you get. These were all upscale, custom-built homes built from the mid-2000s up into like 2015, 2018. These are located in a more rural setting, but because they're in a more rural setting, most of those lots are actually on average about an acre or a little bit more of an acre, which is kind of rare in Kernersville generally, but also for homes of this magnitude, homes of, how nice these are. It's located on the northeast side of Kernersville, which is really close to Oak Ridge and Somerville, which are some of the more affluent areas in this region. And because of that, it actually puts you more in the center of the triad. So you're only about 25 minutes from Greensboro, 29 minutes from Winston-Salem, 14 minutes from downtown Kernersville. High Point's not too far either. So really good location if you have maybe a job where you might have to be in Greensboro one day. You might have a spouse that works in High Point and your kids go to school in Winston, or whatever the case may be. As far as square footage goes, we're talking about large homes. Actually, on average, we're talking about over 3,500 square feet, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. That's a lot of home. This data comes from the last 12 months of sales. But yeah, bigger homes, most of them are 4-bedroom or more, 3-bathroom or more. I've seen 3, 4, 5-car garages out there. It's not insane to see a 5-car garage out there. Gorgeous exteriors. I mean, really nice woodwork, stonework, masonry. All inside, you're going to have marble, you're going to have quartz, you're going to have Viking appliances, gas appliances. You're going to have all the bells and whistles that you can really ask for. There's also a community pool, tennis courts, a clubhouse. However, that does come with, some people don't love them, an HOA. The HOA is $1,075 a year. When you break it down per month, it's not that bad. And honestly, at least this HOA has a lot of things that they maintain and that they actually cover, that they include, I should say, as opposed to some other HOAs where it might not be this much, but the pool's always down or the tennis court's never working and flooded or something. Now, there are different areas inside of Arbor Run. There's like different little sections where they were built in different styles and, different kind of subdivisions inside of this neighborhood. However, the average price for the whole of Arbor Run was around $769,000. So not bad for one of the premier areas of the suburbs of Winston-Salem in one of the nicest neighborhoods, high 7s, mid 7s, not bad at all. I got 3 more neighborhoods to tell you about, and the price, don't worry, the prices are coming down after that luxury neighborhood. Before we jump into that though, I do want to ask a favor of you. I know it's kind of annoying, but I am trying to get some more views. I'm trying to get some more business. Do me a huge favor, hit that like button, leave me a comment, but above all, subscribe, because that, honestly, I say this in every video, I know, but it is true. It keeps me motivated. It helps me stay on track to stay here in the office late in the evening and record these videos for you guys so that I can bring you more information. And as long as you guys are liking and commenting and subscribing, I see those numbers going up. I know that you guys are liking these videos. So do me a huge favor, hit that like button, leave me a comment, and subscribe. I'm going to leave you some awesome links in the about section of this video, like the Winston-Salem relocation guide. I'm also going to leave you little links that show homes in these neighborhoods that we're talking about that are currently actively for sale, if there are any. Sometimes there aren't any. And also, I'm going to leave all my social media handles in case you don't want to call me, you don't want to shoot me a text. You can also follow me on any of these social media handles. The reason you might want to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, or even Facebook is because I do a lot of short form content videos about the area, whether it's restaurants, things to do, things to see. You might see my family on vacation every now and then, but for the most part, it's a lot of local content. And lastly, you've probably seen my phone number on the screen. That is my personal cell phone number. It does not go to anyone else but me. You're not going to get an operator or an answering service. That goes to my phone that's usually in my pocket. If I don't answer your phone call, shoot me a text, or I'll text you back as soon as I can. I'll call you as soon as I get back to the office. I'm out, showing houses a lot. I'm on the phone a lot. I'm recording videos a lot. So if I don't answer for whatever reason, either shoot me a text or I will call you back. Now let's talk about the Kensington Village townhomes, which are going to be perfect if you're looking for a place to retire. These are really close to downtown Kernersville. I mean, it's almost considered part of downtown Kernersville, and they were built from the early 2000s all the way up until about 2021. The average townhome in this neighborhood is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath townhome that's around 2,000 square feet. A lot of these are only one level because they're kind of catering to the retirement community. However, it's not odd to see 2-story townhomes in there as well. Most of these are going to have brick, at least partial brick, if not full brick exteriors, which is really nice and makes them look nicer. The grounds are really, really well kept. Honestly, when I drive through there, I don't see trash on the floor. It's probably a mixture of people are, proud to live there. They don't litter or something, and they probably have people that are, constantly cleaning the grounds. Many of these actually do have garages, which is something that not all, townhomes or villas have. The HOA is going to be a little bit on the higher side, $225 a month. However, that does take care of all the exterior maintenance of your unit, as well as the landscaping of all the common areas and upkeep of all the common areas. You're minutes from downtown Kernersville. Like I said, you might even be able to walk there, honestly, and you're about 19 minutes from downtown Winston-Salem. If you're looking for something a little bit more outside the city, you don't really like the neighborhood thing, this is going to to be a neighborhood, but the homes are really well spaced apart. This is more for my rural living folk, and the neighborhood's called Angus Woods. Very few people actually know about Angus Woods. The thing is that even though you are in a neighborhood, the amount of trees just make it feel like every home is off to its own, which is really nice. You have a ton of large shaded trees that provide a lot of privacy. The other thing is that it is a smaller neighborhood, so there's less than 50 homes in there, so you're probably going to get to know all of your neighbors eventually. Even though you are technically in a rural area, you're actually really close to Business 40, so getting back into Winston, going to Greensboro, even High Point is going to be a breeze. Now here you're about 10 minutes from downtown Kernersville and about 20 minutes from downtown Winston-Salem. The smallest lot that I could find in there was around right under half an acre, but it's not odd to see homes that are on more than an acre. Most of these homes are going to be built 1965 to about 1986, so a good 20-year span there. There's a lot of different styles of homes in there. Most of them are going to end up being around 3 or 4 bedroom, 1.5, 2 or 2.5 bathroom. Like I said, mixed styles of homes, but you do see a lot of 2-story. You see a lot of split level, split foyer, brick ranchers in there as well. And the average cost of homes inside of Angus Woods, by the way, really cool name, kind of makes me hungry when I think about it, but the average home price in the last 12 months, at least so far, $399,000. The last neighborhood on today's list is going to be for those people looking for something a little bit more low maintenance. If you're really not interested in maintaining a huge yard like you would have at Angus Woods or one of some of the other neighborhoods that we talked about today, maybe you're single or you're not ready for the neighborhood life, you want something a little bit more, like I said, low maintenance, then this one is going to be the one for you. The neighborhood is called McConnell, and they're 2 and 3 bedroom townhomes. The square footage ranges around 1,000 to almost 2,000 square feet, so you get a lot of variance there. There's a lot of different floor plans in this neighborhood. Some of them have no garage, some have a 1 or a 2-car garage. They're built between 2002 and 2018. The HOA isn't too bad here, $146 a month, but it is a fenced-in neighborhood, which is really nice, and you get a pool and a clubhouse as well, so you're getting something for your $146. You're only 5 minutes from downtown Kernersville and about 19 minutes from downtown Winston-Salem, and the average price of homes in the McConnell neighborhood is going to be around $202,000, at least in the last 12 months. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all your support. Make sure you go to the channel, check out some other videos on there. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in next week's video.